Hello!
Hola!
Welcome to A Muggle's Perspective. This is Rogge and Braden. It's Rogge and Braden.
It's Braden and Rogge.
Yeah, the Ant
Couple
Boys.
of Ant Boys.
Just amping along. Yeah, Ant Boys. Wrong one.
Oh.
Where's the
That's
laughing
the worst
one?
one you could have
Where's
screwed up on.
I can't find the laughing one. Oh, there it is. It's the last one I tried. Couple of Ant Boys here to chop it up about chapters 17 and 18 of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Braden, how's Greenwood treating ya?
Oh, it's good. Nothing's open.
Might as well be in like freaking Warsaw.
Yeah, it's no different than anywhere else. Yeah, so it's good. You know, I'm just hanging with Coop. I just gave him like a bacon flavored edible Nylabone thing, thinking
You
like,
just
cool,
left it at edible.
that'll hold it. Yeah, I just gave him a bacon flavored edible, so he should be bouncing off the walls. Kind of thinking that would tie him over for most of the podcast, and I was really mistaken. He's almost finished with it already.
Yeah. So he's teething still?
Yeah, pretty hard.
He was teething last time I saw him.
Yeah, I don't know when that
It's
stops.
an extended toothsome process. Can you compare Cooper to the size of any like vegetables or fruits? Just in terms of volume. Like he's bigger than a cantaloupe. Is he as big as like a watermelon?
Oh yeah, he's a couple watermelons.
He's a couple watermelons. Look at him. Is he still fluffy?
He's as fluffy as ever. He continues to get fluffier.
He's not as vase shaped. He used to be shaped like a penguin when I saw him.
He would lay on the floor. He loves to lay with his back legs straight out, which really weirds Hannah out. I think it's hilarious. Hannah can't stand it. But when he did that as like a really small puppy, his belly was so round he looked like a little turkey, like that you would set on the table for Thanksgiving.
Oh, a little fluffy turkey boy.
A little fluffy turkey. He's not so turkey shaped anymore. He's growing to be a little teenager with an attitude.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Just really has a destructive streak in him. Just really loves to F stuff up.
Oh. What are you doing? Are you doing like the bitter spray or like hot sauce?
Yeah, I
and
spray
stuff like
everything all the time.
Yeah.
I spray everything.
He doesn't care.
It works for like some minutes.
It works for some minutes.
Yeah. Last night I was playing with him on the floor, and like he loves to kind of like hop back and forth like we're, kind of fake wrestling.
Yeah.
And like he's gonna come at me.
Yeah.
And Hannah was in the shower, and he was getting like really, really excited, and kind of to a level that I hadn't seen him before in this particular game that we play. And he started like, you could tell like the energy was bubbling over, and he needed to like sprint somewhere as hard as he could.
Yeah.
And so he like ran a circle around the dining room table and full speed dove onto the couch and just like tore the couch cushion off, and then like ran like 3 more laps, just never stopped, like one continuous motion.
Yeah.
And then got back down in front of my face in like a pounce motion, like he was getting ready to like leap on me, and started like, he doesn't bark. He's not a barking dog. Like he doesn't
Not
freak
yet.
out at these other dogs. He started like, his tail was wagging 400 miles an hour and just like audibly barked in my face like 2 or 3 times.
I'm very familiar with this game, yeah.
Yeah, and Hannah is in the shower yelling, "What is going on?" Thinking that like someone's broken into the apartment, has killed me, and Cooper's just left there to like bark at them.
Right. We call that game Frenzy.
So yeah. Friends. Okay. How did you come up with that?
The name or the game?
The name.
I mean,
the name.
it's just
the game comes naturally.
the name is that's the only word that describes the state that you get in. And so now I will play along and kind of like crawl along the floor with him. So he'll do the thing where he goes around the table and sees me. So he turns around, goes the other way and sees me, and just keeps doing like
Mm-hmm.
backwards loops and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just he's just in a frenzy. He's just worked himself up into a lather, and he needs to sprint. So, yeah,
Yep.
it's the same game.
Yep.
And he'll get down on with his back haunches up and his front paws down, like he wants to play.
Exactly. So that makes more sense. When you said frenzy, I heard like FRIENDSY. Like he's just
It's
kind of in a
frenzy.
frenzy mood.
No,
Just like super
FRENZ.
frenzy. Yeah, it was more like frenzy.
Yeah. So, chapter 17, a sluggish memory. We're hoping to some extent transition how we do these conversations. So bear with us, Chad. Bear with us, listeners. Give us some feedback. Call us and let us know what you think. Howl at us. 1978 Potter 0, right?
1-978-768-8370.
Howl at us and let us know what you think about this tweaked format. I do have an early do we care? Do we care about the chapter art for chapter 17? I don't know if you have your book open to page 349. I don't know if it's the same chapter art that I have.
It is a rather kind of a Hagrid-looking guy. Yeah. Hair over his eyes, holding a knife straight in the air.
It looks
and then like a cloaked dude.
Looking like a vampire.
Yeah.
The Hagrid-looking guy, it looks like a really hairy spider is eating his face. Like he can't see.
It's almost like if Slash from like the guitarist Slash, like lived in a cave for 20 years
and was like 3 feet shorter.
3 feet shorter and like 200 pounds heavier.
Yeah, both of those things. So I just thought that was interesting.
I care about that. Yeah.
So I've got a few questions for you here, Braden. Question 1, we start out kind of this chapter. We dive in pretty quickly to Harry talking to Dumbledore and so forth. I wanted to know, why doesn't Dumbledore take Harry seriously with his Malfoy concerns? Because you, I believe, are on record as taking the Malfoy concerns pretty seriously right now. We think Malfoy is up to something.
Yeah.
So why doesn't Dumbledore take this seriously?
I don't know. It always gets justified in the end, but like in the meantime, it's annoying.
Are we doing our annual thing where we lose faith in Dumbledore briefly and then we come back?
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm sure there'll be some great reason in the end why he couldn't tell Harry about it right now.
Because he's actually a Death Eater. And so he's like, yeah, Malfoy.
I couldn't tell you about Malfoy's plan because then he wouldn't be able to kill you.
So it would just defeat the whole purpose, Harry.
What
would all of this been for?
I guess I just feel like I felt like Dumbledore and Harry have reached a level in their relationship after the last book where it was like, okay, like you're basically an adult now because you've fought some adult battles here. Like we can talk to each other about what's going on. Like I can trust you, you can trust me. Right. We're a team here.
I'll listen to you and be receptive to your input.
Right.
Because that was part of the problem in the 5th book, is that he wasn't receptive enough to Harry's input.
Right. And so it doesn't seem like he's been super good on his word yet for that piece. So
basically our conclusion is that we don't know why, and we're annoyed about it.
Yeah. I don't have a good answer for why he's not letting or taking Harry seriously on that.
Pretty much in Harry Potter's headspace.
Maybe this is the first book that like the first time in the story that like Harry recognizes something that's going on that Dumbledore doesn't.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it, but you never know.
Okay, I'm going to skip ahead to, I think it's like page 364. And we get a couple memories here. We go to the Gaunt house, and then later to Slughorn's classroom. Okay, so basically, what I wanted to know: are there any traits? Is there anything about young Tom Riddle that jumps out to you? Um, Either like maybe something that would be useful in the battle against Voldemort, because that's supposedly what all this is for, right? Is that we're learning things to help with like the prophecy and to help with Harry fighting Voldemort. So are there traits that you see in young Riddle that relate to what we see in modern day Voldemort?
Hmm. I'm kind of like skimming back through.
Yeah. Well, and it's a big question because we're at Morphin's house. That's Morphin, the mini Hagrid slash.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is basically Dumbledore's vehicle for explaining how young Tom Riddle killed Morphin or killed the rest of the Riddle family.
I mean, so I think it further emphasizes his lack of his lack of need for family or friends around him. Like this is his own family that he's going back. Now, granted, like he feels betrayed or whatever, and doesn't like the way his family has handled things, but he like he goes back for revenge on his family to kill them.
Yeah, and that's interesting for someone who, in other ways, seems to be very much about blood status and like where did you come from and like who is your family. So someone that you would think would put stock into, blood is thicker than water and try to go see what's up with the riddles. But it's not about that. It's about what the passion of wanting to kill them. That he's just mad about them rejecting his mother.
Yeah, so he's obviously will stop at nothing for revenge.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's important. Um, and then yeah, just like that further emphasis on someone is talking to Cooper. He's on the balcony.
I mean, he is doing a good job, so I respect that. That part I agree with. There's just a child that's really excited to see him. Who wouldn't be? You can't blame anyone here.
Yeah. Okay. I shut the door, so hopefully the compliments to Cooper will cease.
Compliments.
Compliments. Yeah, so stop at nothing for revenge. He feels very strongly that he doesn't need anyone, including his own family. Um,
And the fact that he succeeds is it's just a feedback loop. It's going to reinforce that to him. Yep, see there, I did it. I killed them. I framed him. Like I'm still good to go. It's just feeding back into his own sense of self-importance and ego, I think.
yeah, and I think I feel like part of it too is he almost wants to prove to himself at greater lengths each time, like with each act or each murder or whatever, like his own power.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a sense of I don't know. It's like Michael Jordan. He's already won however many championships, right? But he wants to go back and like do it again and prove. Like there's that like killer instinct, right? That they talk about that like Kobe Bryant had,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like the even when they win, it's like on to the next one.
Yeah.
Got to win the next one.
Yeah.
And like Voldemort has that, I think, with just his sense of ego and power.
I was wondering if you thought that he's almost intentionally trying to distance himself from humanity. I mean, like those are the things that make us human is, empathy and care for other people and caring whether or not we murder someone, like the fact that that bothers you. And so it's like he's trying to do more and more heinous things in an attempt to rise above. I mean, he would see it as rising above mere humanity and mortality. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe reading into it too much.
No, that makes sense. I mean, I guess I haven't pulled enough out of the what we've learned about Voldemort yet. Like, is that kind of a goal of his character? Is to, I guess, overarching Lord Voldemort over the whole series, does he view himself as like more than human? Like he's some sort of like creature wizard that
I think he views himself as so powerful that that should it's not so much about the humanity as it is about death, I think, for him. Because I mean, you've heard him mention it, like in the graveyard in the fourth book, I, who took more steps than anyone to overcome death. Or when he was a little kid, what, last week when we recorded, and he talked about, well, my mom couldn't have been a witch because she died. So, like, he just associates power with immortality, basically. So,
yeah.
and the fact that we die is a key component of humanity and more and like what forms ethics and morality and stuff like that, I think. So I am putting them hand in hand, kind of, with like, if he's going to reject death and the impact that that has on a person and himself, then he's kind of rejecting and trying to like rise above. I mean, he associates with snakes, he's more about like, I don't, like, what do you want to call it, the essential nature of magic, like just tapping into power than being like a good man or person.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean I think with that being said, I think it makes sense that like some of the, like especially the murder of his family is like separating himself from humanity and society, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Putting himself on a pedestal
Yeah,
of
for sure.
power.
He's all about that. Yeah. Then the other memory is a little different. Um, in that we don't see him, or there's no like explicit crimes being referenced. What is the point? What is the point of this memory in Slughorn's room? I guess I have a couple questions about it. Why did Slughorn feel the need to tamper with this memory? Do you have some kind of guess as to what was said during those blurry parts? We're kind of on pages 370 to 371, 372.
So I think what actually probably happened is that Slughorn taught Voldemort how to use, do you say it, Horcrux?
Yeah.
How to use a Horcrux, which we don't know what that is yet, but I'm guessing it's, or do we know what that is? Should I know what that is already?
No. As you'll recall in the
Um,
next chapter, Hermione's like, I can't even find it in the library.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So we don't know what that is, but we can assume that it's like probably something he used to gain ultimate power.
Mm-hmm.
Probably something like highly controversial and illegal in the wizarding world. Um, or that he really abused and misused, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like the
Um,
unicorn to unicorn blood kind of thing.
exactly. And so Slughorn probably tries to remember it differently because he doesn't want that on his conscience that, like, I helped Voldemort basically rise to power and kill so many people and wreak havoc on the wizarding society, I guess.
So you see the tampering as him doing it for his own sake to change how he remembers it so he doesn't have to feel bad about it, as opposed to explicitly trying to hide something from Dumbledore?
I hadn't thought about it as explicitly trying to hide something from Dumbledore.
Gotcha.
Um,
I mean, that's fair. I think those are the two main possible interpretations. So yours is.
yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Initially, just knowing what I know so far about um, Slughorn, in that he's like very much about reputation and
Right.
like um, takes a lot of pride in that he knows people and people know him and he has connections to people who have done really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't want that to be to over. He doesn't want his connection with Voldemort to negatively overshadow all the other great things he's done, or
Yeah.
great students that he's taught. Like that's initially what I thought, but
Yeah, that makes sense. So why do you think Dumbledore tasks Harry with acquiring the real, or unadulterated version of this memory? I mean, it's like here at the very, very end of the chapter, one of the paintings is like, I don't see why a little kid would be better at getting it than you, Dumbledore.
I didn't understand that. Um, And like we see in the next chapter, it doesn't go well at all.
Yeah, Harry's really bad at it. So that was kind of. I mean, I was gonna ask, but
I
that might be a chapter, a question in the next chapter. But I was gonna ask like if what you would change.
Well, frankly, I'm kind of beefy about Dumbledore's approach to this with Harry.
Okay. Okay. Bwah, 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 bwah.
Braden's beef. I like if you're going to send Harry in for such like vital information, don't you think you should coach him through it a little more? Like, hey, so what you're gonna want to do is like wait around after class and pretend like you're not being suspicious, and then basically point blank ask him. Don't do that. You're going to want to be a little bit more subtle about this, maybe build up some relationship, have some conversations over tea or whatever, and not bring it up the first few times.
Yeah.
Build some trust.
Like we're not asking him to like go step by step, like do this, but some do's and don'ts, like an FAQ.
Or just, yeah, at the bare minimum, just tell him like, hey, take some time with this. Like, let's like really think about, like, try to get to know Slughorn, what makes him tick, how you can like get in with him and his inner circle, and then ask, or find a more creative way to ask. And like, I can help you with that because I'm the most powerful wizard of all time.
Yeah. So he kind of needs to answer this question for Harry, because Harry and Ron and this painting are all thinking, you're Dumbledore, why can't you do it? It might be helpful if he just straight up answered that question. And so then I guess like why do you think if I was Dumbledore and you could ask me anything and you asked me that, what do you think I would say?
Why you can't?
If you're Dumbledore and I'm Harry, let's just say that I'm Ron and you're Snape, okay? And George is Dumbledore. Let's just clear it up. Cooper is Voldemort.
There are a lot of times I feel like that.
If he was to act, let's just take this question. I can't see why the boy should be able to do it better than you, Dumbledore, said Phineas Nigellus. If Dumbledore just answered him, oh, it's because blank. Fill in the blank. Harry can do it better than me because.
Harry can do it better than me because Harry is better trained in occlumency.
Change. That's the opposite of true. Harry's the worst occlumens. Remember?
Well, maybe Dumbledore thinks he's better at it than he is.
Okay.
Right, because he sent him to all those lessons with Snape thinking it would be like helpful.
Dumbledore's like under the impression that Harry got an A+ in occlumency from Snape.
Like, listen, I know it was kind of rough and like you and Snape didn't see eye to eye, but you had to have learned something.
Yeah, it was really good thing he was successful at least. We have something to show for it.
No pain, no gain. Am I right? Am I right, Harry?
Right now, you look at the sun is hitting your face when you're up at the mic, like a early 2000s music video that like is all washed out, and it's like you became cel shaded animated. It's pretty cool.
So I'm like the lead singer of what, Three Doors Down?
I couldn't tell you.
I'm trying to think of like popular early 2000s bands.
Yeah, you're the lead singer of Daughtry. You're Chris Daughtry.
I'm Chris Daughtry. I've always wanted to be Chris Daughtry. Haven't we all, though?
Yeah.
Let me pause really quick. Hannah just texted me from the grocery store and asked how we are with milk. Probably.
She asked how many frishettas
I told her
we
to
have.
freaking pick up a pizza. Don't call me. If it's not 3 meat, I'd send it back.
I send it back. This break is brought to you by Freshetta Pizza. Have you ever gotten home and thought, oh, I thought the break was going to be a lot longer than it was. Braden's back. Have you ever gotten home and thought, man, I really don't want to have to cook up a whole home-cooked meal. What could I do instead that would still be delicious and nutritious? Freschetta's there for you. You preheat the oven, you pop it in, 425, 14 to 17 minutes, and just like that, oven fresh pizza. You'll think that you've been transported to Sicily or another famous pizza making location. You want 3 meats? They've got 3 meats. You want veggies? Try a Supreme. Delicious, nutritious, affordable Freschetta, where pizza meets family. And we're
Wow.
back.
So I was gone for that, and I came back to a beautiful, beautiful Freschetta ad being read. So that
Is there any other
I
kind of Freschetta ad?
I couldn't be happier right now. Had a Freschetta last night.
Yeah?
Yep.
10 out of
Sure
10. Would eat again.
The only thing I can complain about is that I didn't have 2 of them. I could eat a whole one by myself.
That's not a game. I could absolutely eat an entire frozen pizza. Frozen pizza takes up less space inside of you than a delivered pizza.
Yeah, and I feel like I've told Hannah that before, and I think she thinks I'm kidding.
A frozen pizza, it's just not that much. It's just not that much food.
I would like my own Freschetta when we do Freschetta nights, but
yeah. It's just
we'll
not
get
that
there.
much food. I used to we didn't get a lot of frozen pizzas, but I would sometimes get to have one when like my parents were out. Like, you know, but by the time you're in high school and you can be home alone for 6 hours, and I would do like a Jack's sort of like regular frozen pizza or Kroger brand, and then I would make chocolate milk. and that was my go-to. I have distinct memories of this.
I did a lot of chocolate milk. Still do a lot of chocolate milk. Don't do it with pizza.
Listen, I get it. And I understand where
I'm
you're
not judging
from.
you for it. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I think you should keep doing it. But
and it wasn't. You ever do the thing where you can just scrape like the toppings off, and then you like eat the crust like a little bit after, so you get 2 bites out of the 1 bite.
I am not a Neanderthal, so no, I have not done
Not like
that.
with a fork. I'm talking like bite by bite. Like I'm taking a bite
with your bare hands.
I'm using my top teeth and I'm scraping off the non-crust, and I'm leaving the crust, and then I bite the crust like with the next bite after that, and then at that
point,
point,
a savage.
That's where the chocolate milk comes in, where it's more of like a bread like crust chocolate milk thing. So you're not mixing the chocolate milk flavors with the meat and the cheese and the sauce.
You made it worse. I wasn't judging you until you told me all that.
That's like I was really trying to make it more relatable. So that's interesting. Okay, ignore that. Let's say we'll cut that. We'll cut that in post. Let's say
we can fix it in post.
You've finished your piece of pizza. You just have the crust left. What we can all describe as the crust at the end of a piece of pizza, right? At that point, could you see yourself eating that with a glass of chocolate milk?
Yeah.
More easily than like the whole you're going, bite a pizza, drink of chocolate milk. Bite a pizza, drink of chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more, that's kind of the direction that I was trying to take it.
I see what you were trying to do.
I appreciate that. So let's see. We'll talk more about Harry's strategies for getting information. Oh, I did want to ask about if Harry can take any tips from Tom Riddle. Tom Riddle is just like, hey, Slughorn, why don't you just tell me some stuff? And it seems like he does. What's Tom Riddle doing? Why is Voldemort better at this than Harry? Because it can't just be magic, because if it was just magic, then Dumbledore would do it.
Tom Riddle is better looking than Harry.
Hermione,
while Harry is very fanciable.
So Hermione's like, Harry, you're here. And like, let's be honest, prime Tom Riddle is here. And like, that's just facts. Okay? Just by the metrics, you got to admit that prime Tom Riddle was a catch.
Yeah. It's like one of those like trying to think of like a villain in a movie that's like everybody still thinks is super attractive. Any good examples of that, or are the villains always ugly?
It seems like it's a thing, and I'm having a tough time coming up. Coming up with it for some reason. I mean, like in a rom-com.
Yeah, maybe I pulled that out of nothing.
Like
maybe
the bad guys in the rom-com, like the guy that's trying to break up the cute couple or whatever, that's keeping Owen Wilson from dating the dog. I've never seen Marley and Mia. Is that not what it's about?
I haven't seen it either, but I haven't because I assumed that was the plot line that Owen Wilson runs away with a dog.
Another movie where Owen Wilson
It's
and
just
a dog
another
end up
freaking
together.
Owen Wilson romantic comedy where he falls in love with a dog. I've seen enough of them. I'm tired of it.
It's been done to death. Find a new slant.
There is nothing
Hollywood.
original anymore in cinema.
Nothing new under the sun. It was in Ecclesiastes. Solomon knew. Solomon gets it. You and Solomon were the only ones on
Solomon
this
was
train.
sick of Owen Wilson.
That's what. If you get later into Ecclesiastes, surprisingly, that's what it's about.
Yeah, people forget that. Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
Have you seen the new Parks and Rec episode?
I saw a little bit of it.
Okay. Gotta watch it.
I prematurely shut it off. And
because you were like, this isn't as good as I want it to be.
yeah,
No, you gotta finish it.
I had really high hopes.
Of course, it's not as good as you want it to be. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's a new Parks and Rec episode, and it gets better.
So it was during the part when they're bouncing around, like doing the FaceTime chain or the Grizzle chain or whatever.
That's the whole show.
So
that's
bad.
the whole thing. Okay.
Okay, I'm talking about the first 5 minutes of
Yeah.
that, and it was like very forced and
Still
awkward.
did Ron Leslie stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets better.
Okay, I'll give it a full try.
Yeah.
I
it's
guess
like 20
in that
minutes.
moment I was just like, this might ruin the show for me, and I'm not willing to do that.
No,
so I'm
it's
gonna
not
shut
gonna
this
ruin
off.
the show. No, you're good.
I did hear that they sang
Oh,
Bye Bye
you heard?
Sebastian.
Okay, spoiler alert. We're gonna have to put a spoiler alert on here. Sorry. You're picturing them singing the 5,000 Candles in the Wind, but they sing the whole thing, like with several verses and choruses and stuff, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
It's so good.
that's good. I have that song. I listen to that on YouTube frequently. Just like we'll be listening to music in the car together, me and Hannah,
Yeah.
and like I'll be running the Spotify playlist, and it'll just be like normal songs, that we both like, and then all of a sudden I'll throw in 5,000 Candles in the Wind,
Yeah.
and just like act like it's just part of the playlist, and
Yeah.
like not even look over at her.
Yeah. It
I really love that
and
song.
but it's like it really is Chris Pratt like doing it live. He's Peter Quill. Since
Yeah.
like he's gone from that to this, but he's willing to come back and like play guitar and like be goofy and be Johnny Karate, and like I appreciate that.
I love Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
He's
And
great.
I feel like he's fallen out of favor in the Chris Wars. There's the Chris Evans and the Chris Hemsworth with all that stuff, and he kind of fell by the wayside. But I still support Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, so now they'll come back from break. Tom Riddle uses his handsomeness to get information out of Slughorn. Finish that thought, because Slughorn
Just appreciates a good-looking young boy.
objectively.
Just objectively.
Okay.
Dang it. Jeremy, I'm sorry.
Where's the claps? Yeah, Braden did it and not me this time. It was Braden. This is applause for me, not for you. Because I'm not the one that did it. When I do it, it's on purpose. You did it on accident.
Dang it.
If I were you, I would have no shame right now. Because it's fine. It's fine. No one's offended. No one's offended. And maybe he does, and like, to be real.
No, stop.
No. It's not going there. To be real, like, that's just how it works. That's just like, the more attractive people are just across the board, you get your way more. You get what you want more. I mean, life's just a little easier.
Sure.
And it's not, it's not a sexualization of anything. I mean, that's just like facial symmetry. Like, it's a useful thing to have in life. So like, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I get it. Harry, too ugly. Not symmetrical enough in the face.
He's just a little
Homely.
on the dweeby side, just kind of doesn't really
filled in.
Yeah, he's a growing boy, Tom was a young man at this point.
That's true. Harry's not a young man yet.
No.
He's a grown boy. He needs his turkey legs and his kippers and his whole fried eggs. Ron gets it. Ron's trying to fill in.
Ron is willing himself into manhood.
Ron,
one bite
Ron,
at a time.
Ron's the guy that like starts shaving because he's like, oh no, there's a hair, and then he shaves, and he's like, I'm a man now.
I that's a thing that I feel like the producers of Harry Potter and really JKR in as far as the books goes missed out on.
Is the puberty?
Could the well, particularly Ron's puberty, you could have had a lot of fun with his facial hair.
Yeah.
Like if just in random scenes, like later in the series, he had like just a bright red mustache that like
I
was just pretty thin and like not well kept.
Do you know anyone that's like really, really ginger like that?
Yeah,
So my friend, you know Robbie, friend of the show, Robbie O'Gwin.
I've shuffled once or twice with Robbie.
There's big news on the front, and we'll save that for later. We'll save that for the afterpod. There's I just remembered it, and I can't believe I haven't brought it up before now. But it's big news.
The fact that you're gonna make me wait for the rest of this episode is a little annoying, but I'll
I'm keeping the whole audience on tenterhooks. This is a real cliffhanger for both of you that are listening. John McDillon, he's played. Yeah, he's listening. Rachel, okay, Rachel's heard this news already though. Also, so is John. Robbie. I mean, Sean White, bright red hair, like flying tomato. It's Robbie. He has like bleach blonde facial hair as a ginger.
I love that.
And so that's just that's it, like there's absolutely no scenario where any amount it can grow in just full and lush, doesn't matter. It's going to be gross.
That would be kind of cool though if he grew like a massive like silvery white beard. Not silvery white, like almost translucent.
It's
right.
It's peach. It's not translucent. It's blonde. I guess it's translucent when it's like first
like
coming
when the light
in and
hits
when it's
it right?
short. Yeah. Yeah. And it's.
See, I think that would be obviously shockingly creepy at first, but then the more you looked at like this massive, like almost see-through beard, it would be like you're a wizard.
That's true. Because like you can get if you grow your blonde beard out far enough because you're an NFL lineman or a hockey player, like it can look good.
Yeah.
But I just picture I don't picture Ron having good facial hair is what I'll say. The twins I'll say a lot of good things about the twins. I don't think that they're going to grow good beards.
So but that's my point. Like I think that could have been a funny like little subplot is like Ron's struggle because he thinks like all his like favorite Quidditch players and Dumbledore and all these people that he looks up to have like great beards. And so he wants to grow one, but he has like the translucent blonde facial hair.
It's just a running gag all through the fifth book. They're like, and Ron, when are you going to shave? And Ron's like, it's coming in, I'm telling you. And like it just gets peppered in.
And he has like food stuck in it at different times.
That's
and he
a struggle,
just picks it out
though.
And eats it.
You got to respect that. That's a struggle.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on Chapter 17, The Sluggish Memory?
No. I just wanted to talk about Ron's facial hair.
One of the best chapter discussions we've had, I think, in a long time.
Yeah, we took some side streets, took the scenic route there.
But we got good content into. I had a little do we care? Do we care about them using flu powder to get into Hogwarts? Remember they show up in McGonagall's fire? She's like, "Hey, what's up, Harry?" And they just kind of keep it rolling. It makes me wonder like why this seems pretty easy. Why aren't we just doing this?
Yeah, I guess I hadn't really thought much about that. I don't think so. I don't think I really care.
Okay.
Maybe that's how Malfoy is sneaking around though.
Yeah, I mean it seems possible, so I guess they did a little bit of it in Umbridge's fire, using it to like try to talk to Sirius and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't so much a do we care. I just need you to give me a specific prediction about what the word Horcrux means. I'm not telling you if that's the incantation for a spell or a thing or an animal or somebody's name. I don't care. Tell me what the word Horcrux means.
Horcrux means that when it's a verb when you Horcrux someone.
Horcrux. I Horcrux. you Horcrux, he, she, we Horcrux.
Yeah. So when you Horcrux somebody, um, you turn them into a horse.
Okay.
First half of the word, Horcrux. But they have a terrible time trying to walk. Their legs basically are um,
Crutch.
cruxed, like crossed up. Like they just struggle. Like, and if horses have long
Yeah,
legs
they
that
do.
they have to kind of like
I
it's
mean,
a full
a
in
baby
unison
horse. A baby
thing.
horse really struggles to walk, right?
Right, right. So basically, you get turned into a full-grown horse with baby horse legs. You got
So
Horcruxed.
that's what I was gonna ask. This isn't a centaur situation, and it's not a BoJack Horseman situation. It's you're a horse,
You're a horse.
and so like
You've been Horcruxed.
I agree. What an evil spell! You got Horcruxed. You can't hold your
Yeah,
wand.
you would think like with Voldemort using Horcrux, it would be something super sinister and evil. And
But now you're but now you're a horse.
as we'll find out, he has a sense of humor. He likes dark humor.
Well, what
He's
I'm
like,
thinking is that maybe they don't. Maybe it's not even played off as humorous. Maybe like it just turns out that like if you think about it, that's the worst thing you could do to someone. Somehow, like, is your brain a horse brain now? Or is your brain half human brain, half horse brain? You're like a really smart horse, but a really dumb human. Now you just lost all your peripheral vision. You have only peripheral vision. Horses can't see straight.
there's a lot of ways this could be terrible for you to
You
be
can't hold a
Horcruxed.
wand.
No, no, you
You
can't.
definitely can't. Horses can't like talk. So if you just get turned into an actual horse, I mean, they just
That struggles to walk.
deleted your humanity. Is there a spell that reverses this?
Um, not that we have found yet.
No, not yet.
It's researchers are working
It's
on
locked
it.
in. Harry's the key for some reason.
Yes,
That's what the
at
prophecy
the
is
end
about.
of the book, Miles Beneath the School, at the end of the series, Harry.
Harry's surrounded by a bunch of horses. Voldemort's
Yeah,
turned all of his
like
friends into horses.
Hogwarts is just literally the Kentucky Derby, but no one can run because they're Horcruxed,
Yeah.
right? So they're just like stumbling around into
in
each
their
other,
giant
and
hats.
just neighing everywhere. There's bourbon everywhere,
Yeah,
butter bourbon,
yeah,
and Voldemort is laughing his head off.
yeah.
And he's like, "Now it's your turn, Harry.
hmm
What kind of horse do you want to be? You want to be like a wild Palomino?"
I'm gonna need you to name like 4 more types of horses.
Um,
You don't get to stop after Palomino, the only one I could have said. Clydesdale, you don't get that either.
Clydesdale. I knew Clydesdale.
I
That's
know.
not fair.
I know it's not fair. Ask Hannah.
A paint.
I know
Paint
Hannah's
is a
there.
type of horse.
I saw Hannah. I need you to ask her for more types of horses.
Hannah, can you
Was
Can
she
you
ever a
name
horse girl?
a breed of a horse? He said Clydesdale is not. He said everyone knows Clydesdales. She does not know any.
What's a little Sebastian?
Oh, he's a mini horse,
He's
right?
a mini horse. That's chapter 17 of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. 44 minutes in. Chapter 18, birthday surprises.
Chapter 18.
We'll be able to knock this one out. We've got some big things, definitely, but the big things are pretty straightforward, I think. So I've got a few questions for you. As far as apparition goes, it's kind of a big do we care. How is apparition better than flying in your mind, or is it? Can you think of specific uses where you're like, yes, apparating?
Well, just time spent, right?
Okay.
Like apparition, you're there
It's so efficient.
instantly. So efficiency for sure. As far as like staying out of sight, or like like when they were flying to get Harry to Grimmauld Place for the Order, like it would have been a lot quicker and safer to just apparate. Is that the word?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
So efficiency, safety. I feel like those are the big two, right?
Sure. Yeah, I mean it's definitely faster. Um, yeah, I mean like apparition lessons are what they are. It's somewhat amusing, but I didn't have any big questions about that unless there's something you wanted to talk about.
I think we've covered it.
My next question is labeled slug strats. So if what does Harry do wrong? And we already talked a little bit about how he should do it. But if you had wanted to flesh that out anymore,
Say that again.
what does Harry do wrong when trying to get his strategy with getting this memory information from Slughorn? And how should he do it?
There's like no tact. It's just he just straight up asks him.
Yeah. It's guileless.
Yeah, I guess I mean I don't. To me, it would have been worth the time to like try and build up some more trust. Rogge, can I take like 30 seconds?
Dude, yeah, do what you need.
I'm gonna go grab some stuff out of the car.
Yeah, of course. Hannah! Yes. Put them on. Put the headphones on. Put the headphones on. Come on the pod. Hey, Hannah.
I was literally hearing like a small muffled scream,
Yeah.
and I was like,
That was me. Hannah, how are you?
"Good, how are you?"
You're good? You know, I'm doing pretty good. Just kind of quarantining. How's quarantine life going for you?
It's pretty much normal life because
Yeah.
I'm still working. Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you are not in a position where you're dealing with COVID-19 cases, is that correct?
Yeah, no, not directly.
So are you glad that you made the transition to this so that you're not having to deal with that, or?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I feel like fortunate, but I also know there's like a need. So
Right.
I don't know. If I would have foresaw this, I probably would have waited to transition, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Are you excited
How are you?
about potentially buying a house? That's exciting.
Yeah, I am. Rogge was literally screaming, and I heard muffled screams coming from the earphones.
That was the goal. So, yeah,
Braden's carrying lots of things.
I'm good. We're good. It's good to see
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, you too. We
Yeah.
miss you guys.
Glad you're staying safe.
Yeah, you
Staying
too.
at home. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to work
Yes.
too, so it's kind of the same thing, and my life just isn't that different.
Yeah, for sure. No, your computer's about to die.
The loudest thing I've ever heard.
What?
Oh, just
Oh,
like
the crunching.
It's just very loud. So, what are
Braden
your thoughts on
chuckled.
Freshetta pizza? How do you feel about frozen
Freshetta?
pizza?
I mean, we eat it a lot when I don't want to cook, but I feel fine about it. It's one of our favorite.
Yeah, it's better than
Frozen
your
pizzas.
average frozen pizza.
Right. Than like your, I don't know, Tombstone or whatever.
Wow, just throwing Tombstone under the bus.
Yeah.
Now, if someone was to tell you that Braden needs a whole frozen pizza as his own meal, how would you respond to that?
That would be accurate.
You agree he does need one.
Well, he doesn't need one. It's what it is.
So does he get one?
Usually I eat like 4 pieces and he eats the rest.
How are you cutting your frozen pizza?
Well, so the Freshetta, it's like a square, and so
Gotcha.
you do kind of like an Arnie's pizza.
Sure.
So
So
I'll eat
you're
like,
eating like a quarter of it.
yeah,
Okay. That makes sense to me proportionally.
yeah.
And so you go 3 meats? If you had your way, would you be getting more like Supremes?
Yeah, I do like that. I just don't like mushrooms.
Interesting. Mushrooms, I feel like, don't have that much taste, you know?
They're
Like
gross.
a pepper's going to get me with more taste than a mushroom is.
Well, yeah, but can you get past the idea of eating a fungus?
If I'm not actively thinking about it, it's just like I'm not going to notice that this thing's going into my mouth on the pizza with the other food.
Well, maybe you should actively think about it.
I guess. But then I would not eat mushrooms, which are good for me. If you knew,
Are
if
they
you
really
saw,
good for you? They're
probably
just-
better than what I would normally be eating.
Well, I don't know that a mushroom's good for you. It just is there.
Huh. Okay, we'll have to investigate this. Thanks for coming on the pod, Hannah.
Hey, no problem. It's
Very
good to see
enjoyable.
you.
I assume that you would rather walk away, so I won't keep you any longer than you would like to.
Well, I just have to put all the groceries away. So.
Or Braden could put them away, and you could talk to me about Chapter 18 of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Well, then that would be a very short conversation.
Talk about a
because
Muggle's perspective. We got a Muggle right here.
I've neither read it nor.
We can
know
read it
anything
together.
about
That's
it.
fine. I've got the book here. You can do the girl voices, and I'll do the boy voices.
Oh, that'd be a good time.
I think so. I think it'd be fun. I would enjoy it.
Well, Braden needs to plug this in because he's currently at 7%.
All right. Good talk.
Okay, bye.
See ya. We're leaving all of that in. 100% of that is being left in.
Literally just screams coming from the microphone.
Hannah! 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 She wasn't in front of the screen, so I couldn't wave or anything. It was like I was a character in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, was what it was like.
She went to Costco, which, if you've ever shopped there, they don't give you any grocery bags. So,
Right.
um,
Do you guys, is it your own
Felt like I
Costco
needed help.
membership, or do you share it with someone?
we have our own now.
Wow, and you find that to be worth it for the two of you?
So far, yeah.
Okay, interesting. We've thought about it, but the closest one is 45 minutes away.
hmm
So
We live literally, we can walk there.
Yeah.
It's our next door neighbor right now. So,
wow. We just don't feel the need to buy in bulk, which I feel like is the point of Costco.
hmm
But in other ways, I'm sure you get great deals. So
yeah,
like a 6-pack of Freshetta.
I wish. I wish I could buy a whole pallet of Freshetta. They could just like bring the forklift out and set it in the back of my truck.
I worked on her about you getting your own whole pizza. So I tried to help you out there.
Appreciate that.
She was like, I normally eat 4 pieces and he eats the rest. And I was like, I have some questions about the size of the pieces that you guys are cutting. Because I think a frozen pizza and
So what?
We cut it in quarters and that's just what you eat,
Yeah. Which is really the way we should do it. What question had you asked me?
I asked you what his strategy should be for getting this information from Slughorn, but I feel like we've kind of answered it to this point.
Yeah, I felt like spending some more time going to the Slug Club meetings, getting to know Slughorn, kind of trying to gain some trust. Maybe coming up with a way to like get him on a roll talking about stories, getting to kind of show off a little bit about who he knows and how, and slip a question in there. But just to stay after class and ask didn't seem super well thought out.
And it's funny. It's one of those things where Hermione was like, yeah, you should probably think about this. You should probably figure out what's going on. And Ron's like, no, he'll just tell you anything. So just say after class. I wonder who Isaac, come on the pod and tell me why Hermione shouldn't be the MVP of this book. That's all I'm saying.
Mitchell.
And I don't care which one of Hannah's siblings comes on the pod. I want them all. Isaac, come on the pod. I meant what I said. I didn't mean it. I meant Mitchell, but I also meant Isaac. He's welcome. John? I mean, like,
Yeah.
Brock would be
Korea,
a real
but-
get for me. John's in South Korea. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Is Jen also in South Korea?
She's not.
That's what I thought.
She's in Minnesota.
That's what I thought. Okay. Brock would be a huge get for me. There's some of the children that I don't know very well. I don't really know Faith and Isaac very well. I would love to have them on the pod. Sarah, I also don't know super well. I've spent some time with Sarah. Hank, come on the pod. Big Harry Potter fan. Big Harry Potter head, Hank.
Yeah. We could probably get Hank on.
Yeah. Just by sheer proximity. Whether or not he knows he's on the pod is another question, but we could probably start recording with him in the room.
Sure.
Okay. Really quick, a couple other questions. So Ron takes a love potion, pretty hilarious turn of events ensues. He then almost immediately gets poisoned. Did you remember about the Bezoar before Harry thought of it? Were you like, Harry, grab a Bezoar? That's my question.
No.
No?
I did not. Nope. Good on Harry.
They just used it earlier in the chapter. You have to
I
talk.
wish I was as quick and
an
witty as
audible
Harry.
medium, Braden. You can't just shake your head and look at me.
No, I mean, they hear me. They hear me shaking my head.
More questions about the poisoning scene. Why did Slughorn panic?
I think it's a reputation thing again. Like didn't Slughorn give him the?
Yeah.
He's like, I'll just cook something up real quick.
He did. He gave it to him.
So maybe we're in a what's the goofy teacher's name that wasn't actually a wizard?
A Lockhart situation?
Maybe we're in a Lockhart situation where Slughorn doesn't actually know anything.
And it's just like, first day of class, I'm just going to tell Harry Potter he's doing a great job.
And everyone will assume I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And I'm just gonna talk about how many people I know, all these wizards that I know.
What are you going to say? You're going to tell me I don't know him? Can't refute that.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. But so you think he might be worried that he's going to get blamed for poisoning Harry Potter's friend?
Yes. I think he's worried about killing Harry Potter's friend, killing a student in general.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look good in your first like however many months as a professor there.
What's his second stint?
Yeah. And it just doesn't look good as a potions teacher, right?
I hadn't considered that. I was thinking about Harry's potions reputation. But I had not considered, yeah. I mean, he does a good job mixing up an antidote for the love potion.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to ask, is Harry's reputation with Slughorn going to take a hit? Because Slughorn was like, Harry, you're the best potioneer in school. Why didn't you just make a love potion antidote for him?
I don't think so, because I feel like Slughorn wants the who's who at Hogwarts to want to be in his like club or group. And like whether Harry's good at potions or not, he's popular and fanciable.
He's not as fanciable as young Tom Riddle, but he's
no,
fanciable.
But who is?
No, that's a high bar. So I mean, you want to feel needed.
Right.
And you want to feel, it's cool, like a kid's coming to you. Yeah, that gives you a certain sense of self-importance, which we know is important to him.
Yeah, for sure.
More questions about poisoning and love poisoning. How did we feel about the wrong love potion, and what is the funniest potential use that you could think of in your life for a super strong love potion? Because that's what you do when you read that scene. You're like, oh man, if I had one of these in high school, and I could make Josh fall in love with whoever. I'm just trying to name people I know you're friends with. I can make Clayton Randolph.
Man, that's a good question. How could I have used that?
You could use it now, I guess.
I think the easiest one would be like when we were freshmen to like use it on like to fall in love with like a senior girl that was really popular or something. Mm-hmm. Right?
And like to try to get one of your friends to like walk across the cafeteria and like get down on one knee in front of the senior table.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be pretty vicious. Like you wouldn't really come back from that, but
counterpoint, that person graduates that year. I think after about 2 years you'd have enough filtration. You'd be a legend though.
Legendary.
What about in Harry Potter? Can you think of a funnier scenario than Ron beating Harry up for talking smack about Romilda Vane?
What if you gave Hagrid the potion for Trelawney?
And it's just her like looking at him and like running away and like trying to rebuff his advances, but every one of her steps, she has to take like 10 steps to do one of his, so he just like catches up to her. I mean, that gets dicey because I mean, my guy Hagrid can pick her up and carry her away.
That's true. That could get bad in a hurry.
It was almost good that Ron was locked up in his dorm with Harry when they figured it out. I mean, I guess if you're in the middle of the Great Hall, nothing like bad's going to happen.
Yeah, so I mean, when they take this potion, do they become like aggressive? Like do anything to have you? Like don't run away, stay here. I'm gonna like hold you here.
I think
Or is it
it's.
more just like
I don't think it's not a lust potion. It's a love potion. I mean, I think it's just like googly eyes and like butterflies, and like you want to go hold their hand and go on walks with them. But this particular one was like aged pat. Like she tried to give it to Harry at Christmas, right?
oh yeah, and they get stronger with time?
Yeah, it's 3 months. It's 3 months overripe.
Yikes.
So Ron's reactions might have been a little more intense than they otherwise would have been.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I think that's
That
kind
makes
of
more
fun.
sense. Yeah.
And then I mean the big question for this chapter is why? How did it come to be that Slughorn's oak matured mead was poisoned and Ron got poisoned from it? Who put the poison in there? Is Slughorn poisoning people on purpose? What's going on?
Hmm.
What's your theory?
My first one would be Malfoy, and that's why he was sneaking around
His
and then
Christmas party, nice.
yeah, yeah. Because he went and put the poison in the potion, and then went to the party immediately after to try and like clear his name, right? Like, no, it couldn't have been me. I was at the party. But why he wants to kill Slughorn? Who was the girl that tried to give Harry that potion?
Romilda Vane.
Is she a Slytherin?
No, she's a Gryffindor.
Interesting.
You think there's some kind of cahoots?
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe Malfoy had like used some sort of weird spell to like kind of what ended up happening to Ginny in like the first book when
Yeah.
she was
Yeah,
um
possessed or whatever.
yeah, and then got her to give that to Harry knowing that he would need a potion to reverse it later. That's probably a
And
stretch.
that gets him into Slughorn's classroom. And I mean, I think we're left to assume that if Harry had been the first one to drink it, then Harry would have been the one that was poisoned.
Right.
So it got pretty close.
He gave it the old college try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Malfoy's definitely connected to it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Because I mean, we don't think that it's Slughorn out to get anyone.
I don't really have any reason to right now.
Yeah.
Maybe he just really doesn't like Ron.
Ron, I'm all the time trying to go talk to my favorite students, Harry and Hermione, and you're just this kid with bad facial hair who's always there. And like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm sick of it.
Kind of sick of you getting seconds in the lunch line and doesn't leave enough for the rest of us.
I've got a lot of money riding on the money line for the Gryffindor Ravenclaw match coming up, and you're just too volatile. You're good. Are you good at Quidditch? Are you bad? Like, I need some consistency out of a keeper.
So I'm just gonna take matters into my own hands. Get the other guy in there.
McGonagall really put me up to it. I'm gonna be honest.
Wasn't trying to kill you. I just wanted you to be sick for a while.
She has McLagan on her dynasty team. And she's trying to get him some reps.
McLagan's a handcuff.
Yeah, he is. He's the
top.
He's one of the top handcuffs in the league, especially if you go PPS, point per save. In a point per save league, the keeper is really important.
Absolutely.
So you gotta make sure you have you gotta make sure, like, if you're a Ron owner and you didn't pick up McLagan in like the 6th round, then like, what are you doing?
Ooh, yeah.
That was a rookie move.
Tough year ahead.
Oh my gosh. I want to talk about fantasy Quidditch so bad, like I do every week, and we do every week. Okay. I think I've teased you long enough. Apropos of nothing, I'm going to tell you about Yeah. So I don't know if have we explained what Yeah is before? It's a Gatorade bottle based like soccer / foosball game.
That covers it.
You have to keep your shoulder blades against the oven and cabinet doors, and you kick a Gatorade bottle and try to hit the wall behind the other people. So one of our friends, my friends Joseph and Andrea, they just moved, and I walked into their house. I came in through the back door because that's where the parking is, and I walked right into the kitchen, and I stopped. I'm telling you, I stopped dead in my tracks. Because I'm not going to say it's a spitting image of my house in Crawfordsville, and it's on me, I didn't sit down. I didn't sit down on the floor and kind of see what was going on. My first thought was that it might be too wide. But there's definitely like the shuffling situation would be weird because there's like a hard wall, but then it's like wall, cabinet, oven, cabinet, like door, wall. So like you can squeeze 3 people in there, but you can't really go like past it in either direction.
So I think the shuffling situation can be solved pretty easily as long as you have another spacious room somewhere. Like
Okay.
you can leave it up to basically a jump ball situation, right? Like
Yeah.
the bottle gets kicked out of everyone's reach, and so whoever the 2 players are on the end, then you have to get up and everyone goes to the shuffle room. And they start on one end of the room, and it's basically you throw the Gatorade bottle to the other end of the room.
That's just
it's like
it's just so different from any shuffling we've had before. Shuffling
it is.
was
but I'm just
previously a
saying,
natural
if you had
extension.
to, if you have a great kitchen,
If Robbie's there, and it's Robbie and Aubrey both on that end, then like you're not gonna not shuffle.
Right. If it's Steven and Quentin, you'll shuffle at all costs.
Shuffling is honestly the least of your worries if it's Steven and Quentin. Can you imagine, like in real life in the world at this point in 2020, you and me, and like, you know, there's a scenario where you and Hannah come up to Warsaw and Jake and Olivia come up to Warsaw. Like that's like okay. But if Steven Sells and Quentin Annette also were in Warsaw to play Yeah with us, like, what are the % chances that happen? What odds would you give me?
None.
You wouldn't give me 10,000 to 1 odds? Like John Cougar Mellencamp winning an Oscar?
What?
That's from The Office. Kevin Malone. If someone gives you 10,000 to 1 odds on something, you take it. If John Cougar Mellencamp ever wins an Oscar, I'm going to be one rich dude.
I can't remember any other lines because we watched the Threat Level Midnight episode last night, and
It's so
it's just like reeling from that.
The one where it's like they actually show the film, right?
Yes.
And you get Oscar in Goldface.
Looks like we're going to have a cleanup on aisle 5.
Dwight. Oh, yeah, I forgot he was a robot. So what I'm saying is that I need to sit down and I need to really measure things out, but like,
yeah,
I have higher hopes than I've had in a long time.
Whose house was this?
This is Joseph Nishimoto, one-time guest of the pod.
Yes,
current patron.
I have virtually met him.
Yeah, you have. Really good guy. The kind of guy that would like they would be like, yeah, like let's play, like let's do this. Joseph would be all in.
Yeah.
So
Good. That's good to know that there's
Yeah.
potential out there. We've
We'll
we've
revive
made it
the
very
Facebook
clear.
page.
Yes, we've made it very clear to our realtor that like that's a must-have at
That's a
any of
deal
the houses
breaker.
we've been looking at. That's why we haven't pulled the trigger on
And
one yet.
you can't joke with me about this because like I really want to go. Greenwood right now is the hub of people that have played and would play in the future.
You are right.
I think it's past Crawfordsville. It's like there's a sports analogy here. It's like the South Florida like for football prospects, you know? It's like the South Florida of the community.
It's the pipeline.
It's the pipeline, it really is.
Yeah.
That's where I guess Crawfordsville is still home of the Yatcherel. Like Crawfordsville is like French Lick, you know, like Alex is still in Crawfordsville. Alex and Logan are there.
I don't feel like I really played with Logan that much.
No.
He was kind of coming in on the tail end of my career. He was a young pup.
Do you remember who sponsored you?
I don't remember. I know that Jacob was Maybelline, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Alex was Gatorade.
Alex is Gatorade. The prime sponsorship.
Was Jake Under Armour or Nike?
You were Nike because you had these Nike socks.
Nike.
You always wore Nike socks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Jake was sponsored by like Wheaties, like just like a classic. Something that's gonna have his face on it, you know? That's the moneymaker.
Right.
So, if you have questions about please call in, email us. If you have a kitchen that you feel like would be good dimensions and you live in the greater Greenwood area or Warsaw,
hit us up.
Hit us up. Or Mississippi. You know, we'll travel. We'll travel for So.
Before we end Harry Potter talk, just want to throw one more note in there.
Please.
Ron ends up feeling better because he drinks mead. Isn't mead alcoholic?
Yes.
Mead has alcohol,
well,
right?
Mead is what was poisoned. He gets a antidote to the love potion, and then he starts.
Yes, I'm sorry.
And it's like a downer, and then Slughorn's like, okay, let's cheer you guys up. We'll bring out some of Madame Rosemerta from the Three Broomsticks. We'll bring out some oak matured mead. It's like it's like a drink they're famous for. They're the Three Broomsticks. It is alcoholic, yeah. It's like a honey-based alcoholic sort of drink.
None of them are 21. Is that not a thing in Wizarding world?
Well, it's not as
21?
much of a thing in Europe, right?
Really? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, drinking age is different, and also just drinking culture is different, where it's not as vilified. And I mean, you're at boarding school, like it's kind of like, you know, if you're gonna drink, I want you to drink at home. Like I want my son to try, you know, wine at my dinner table or whatever. So it's like they're in Slughorn. They're not gonna drink and hop on their broomsticks and run to the Wampin Willow or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, just wanted to clear that up.
No, we're always in favor of mentions of underage drinking. Want to get that out there. We do not support it in real life, but it is a fact of life in the wizarding community. A couple do we care about Malfoy arguing with Crabbe and Goyle at apparition lessons?
Well, I think it kind of lends itself to the personality of Voldemort, right? Like Malfoy is kind of taking on that whole mentality of like, I don't need anybody else. I don't need Snape. I don't need Crabbe and Goyle.
He's using them as underlings. He's not like confiding them. He's not being friends with them.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I like it. Parallels. Do we care about the weird evil books that Hermione is reading through to try to figure out what Horcruxes are? What to Horcrux someone is?
Are you insinuating that Hermione is going to turn to the dark side?
No, I'm just like she read. One of the titles was like Magic Most Evil. Evil.
I mean, if anything, like it will just make Hermione even smarter and be able to advise Harry even better, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, you got to know what you're up against. Do we care about splinching? When you apparate and you leave part of your body behind?
Yeah, it seems like a pretty serious side effect.
And yet you're laughing.
I just think it's like, yeah, I don't know, kind of comical, I guess. Like,
Yeah, it is.
apparating is fun and it's useful, but also let's take it serious because you could lose a body part. So
My take on apparition in general is just that I think that J.K.R. does a really good job of drawing out, not parallels, obviously, of how like cars work and getting your driver's license, but the rite of passage aspect, the freedom, transportation, the nervousness, people taking tests, different people are like nervous in different ways. You get to do it at different ages. Like it captures the essence of what I remember about being 16, 17 and like, oh, this person's driven, their moms let them drive before. What's that like? And what car are you going to use and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, I hadn't made that parallel, but that's good. I
So
like that.
she drops the ball on the puberty facial hair thing, but
Right.
there's some aspects of
You can't win them all.
no. Can't bat 100. Can't bat 1,000. Not gonna bat. You could bat 100.
You can bet 100.
You can. I can, and I have batted 100. Let me tell you. Did you know I'm playing church league softball this year?
No way.
Yeah. So
Dude, softball's fun.
our church has two teams. One team is in the like A division and like won last year or something. Like has a bunch of former like college baseball players and stuff like that. I am on the one in like the D division. I'm on the Dunder Mifflin D team, the Just for Fun team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like 4 of my friends. Like let's be clear, I will be like the worst of them. Like they know how to and like I can kind of field. I'm not very good at hitting. And so we've been working on it.
Yeah, gotta hit the cages.
Yeah, there's none in town, but my friend John and Grace went and bought a bunch of softballs and a bat, and we went out to like the 4-H grounds and just like worked on that. So I'm learning
Sweet.
how to make contact. It should be fun. I'm mostly in for the sunflower seeds.
Yeah, and you'll get to use a lot of cool lines from backyard baseball.
Yes, I will. I can, and I have, and I will. And also, I will say things that they used to say in the Crawfordsville dugouts in high school. That
Good.
will be references that no one else will get. I mean, they're not like really. It's just like no one will think they're funny, but me. So
It's good, man. I'm excited for you. Softball's
thank
fun.
you. Yep. When we're a man down, you can come. You can be our ringer. Play a little bit of shortstop.
I'm a lefty. I can't play shortstop. They won't let me.
So you just play first and outfield?
Pretty much first and outfield, yeah.
Ooh, that's no fun.
Uh,
I mean, yeah, it is fun. But, like, you're good enough that you could play shortstop if you weren't a lefty.
I played
In my head.
shortstop when I first started playing baseball, and nobody cared what hand you threw with when you were really little. And then pretty much right after that, everybody was like, you need to start learning how to play first.
Sad.
Yeah. For the longest time, I never understood why I couldn't catch. I just wanted to be a catcher. My dad was like, son, you can't catch. I'm like, no, Dad, I can. I'm pretty good at catching the ball. Like, I think I can do it. He's like, no, son. Like, sit down tonight. We're going to watch 2 or 3 Major League Baseball games. We'll just flip channels.
Yeah.
Tell me if you see a left-handed catcher.
So, I guess I've never even thought about it. Why is that? Because I mean, you going to first, you should be fine. Just because right-handed batters are going to get in your way.
Yeah, most hitters are right-handed, and so when you go to throw to second, that's not going to work well. If they try to steal third, they're right in your way. That's not going to work well.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because I guess you don't throw to first very often.
No.
Interesting. Well, for more Church League softball talk, tune in next time when we cover chapters 19 through 22 of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Thank you for joining me today, Braden. Thank you way more for joining me today, Hannah. Thank you to Jeremy and Jessica. Thank you to our lovely patrons. We have some patrons, and they're awesome. and they have low expectations of us in terms of delivering content to them. And so they're just Patreon. They're just like, you know what? You can have some money because I like your podcast, and we thank you guys for that. Thank you to the Nishimotos in advance for letting me commandeer your kitchen to play Yeah. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.